From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Wednesday morning. Happy day before Thanksgiving. Our mountain passes are still looking a little bit slushy out there for this morning. Also, the road's a little bit icy in the Kittitas Valley. That's going to last through 10 this morning, and more wet weather going to be possible into Thanksgiving Day for Black Friday, less so for Saturday. First Alert Radar is showing you the last gasp of this last round that we dealt with. Just seeing a rain-snow mix at this point for our Blue Mountain passes, but we have another round to go. But this time it looks like it's more so going to be rain at pass level. Fog is really filling up the map this morning. We're seeing it in the Kittitas Valley. It's trying to get into the Yakima Valley. It's in portions of the lower Columbia Basin. So in those locations, of course, take it slow and use the low beams. Temperatures this morning in the 30s and 40s. We're now officially above freezing in the Kittitas Valley, which is very important for those road conditions. So for this day before Thanksgiving, it's going to be gray. It's going to be gloomy. Not as wet as yesterday, though. But again, more rain coming back as we head into Thanksgiving Day. But first, I'll touch on what those mountain passes are looking like for this morning. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a fatal crash is renewing urgent calls for change along a stretch of road families say has seen too many tragedies. Coming up, why safety demands on Highway 395 are growing louder. Plus, a major legal challenge aims to protect supportive housing funding. Coming up, why Yakima providers say the stakes couldn't be higher. And your next trip to the grocery store might cost you a little more, and that's not because of what you're buying. The statewide change raising the price of plastic bags. What the state says is behind the increase. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We begin this morning with some new details coming into the newsroom on a rollover crash that tied up traffic along State Route 240 Monday evening. Take a look. This is video from the scene of that crash. I was stuck in that traffic myself. This happened around 4:30 near the Edison Street off-ramp. Troopers say a car veered off the road, plowed through a fence, and came to rest upside down in the disc golf course there in Columbia Park. Washington State Patrol saying the driver, a 48-year-old Kennewick woman, was under the influence at the time, now facing DUI charges. First responders rushed to the scene. One person was taken to the hospital. Traffic in the westbound lane stacked up for some time while crews cleared that scene and investigated just what happened. Staying on the roadways this morning, a deadly crash on Highway 395 is once again raising concerns about safety in a stretch of road that has seen far too many fatalities. A Colotus councilman killed Tuesday morning after troopers say his car failed to yield and then was hit by an SUV. Washington State Patrol responding just after 6:30 to this intersection of Highway 395 and Vineyard Drive. They say the white Hyundai Elantra, driven by 77-year-old Perry Robitel, entered the highway and was hit by another SUV that was traveling northbound. Troopers tried to save Robitel, but sadly he passed away at the scene.
This week tends to be one of the busiest weeks of the year for travelers across our entire state. We have people that are taking time off from work to visit family and friends and celebrating the Thanksgiving holiday. With that comes an increase in vehicles on our roadway, so we want people to please be extra cautious.
The driver of the SUV was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Troopers say that this marks the 10th fatal crash in the area in just the last 5 years. They're urging drivers to slow down and use caution. 6:03 taking you to Yakima now, where a quick thinking passerby helped trigger a water rescue. It happened late yesterday morning around 11:30. Yakima County Sheriff's deputies and Fire District 5 crews responded to a man clinging to an overturned canoe in a pond off of Interstate 82. The 25-year-old from Parker had been fishing with friends and his canoe flipped, and none of them had a phone. A passerby on the interstate actually called 911. Deputies trained in water rescue went to the cold water. Using tied together rope, they pulled the man to safety where medics were waiting, and officials say teamwork made a successful rescue. And staying in Yakima, where Washington Attorney General Nick Brown is suing the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, saying a new federal policy could push more people in the county into homelessness. Lawsuit claims that HUD's rule changes would cut funding for permanent supportive housing. It's the type of housing many Yakima residents with chronic homelessness, disabilities, or mental health needs depend on. Local providers, including Justice Housing Yakima and Yakima Neighborhood Health Services, say the changes could unravel years of progress and lead to more people living unsheltered.
Lives are literally at risk by this decision. Providers in our state receive $120 million annually under this program. These funds help people in Washington going through some of the most difficult situations that you can possibly imagine. We're talking about survivors of domestic violence, families struggling with chronic homelessness, people that are exiting treatment facilities or the foster care system.
Now, Washington is joining 19 other states in the challenge, arguing that the new rules are illegal and would create a surge in homelessness across rural counties like Yakima. But it was a big win for the Natchez community as the Yakima Valley Library's Board of Trustees has officially approved a new 3-year contract for the Natchez Library. Supporters packed meetings, signed petitions, and spoke out for months, all to keep the library's future secure. Community members are celebrating the vote, calling it a victory made possible by every person who showed up or voiced support. Library and Town Council also receiving thanks from residents who say this decision shows what can happen when a community comes together. 6:06, and we are learning that crews have partially restarted the Olympic pipeline that's just east of Everett after it was shut down for more than a week. So in a statement from BP, that's the company that operates the pipeline, they said testing conducted Monday allowed them to safely restart part of the pipeline just yesterday morning. The pipeline is responsible for sending fuel to SeaTac Airport, helping get hundreds of flights off the ground each day. So during the pipeline's shutdown, airlines have needed to either stop long-haul flights at nearby airports to refuel, and they've also been tankering in fuel on incoming flights. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek declaring a state of emergency because the state gets 90% of its fuel from that pipeline. 6:06, and in Oregon this morning, Hermiston City Council has approved a new curbside recycling rate, $8 a month, with a lower $6.80 rate for qualifying low-income households. This change is required under Oregon's Recycling Modernization Act, which mandates curbside service for cities over 4,000 people by 2026. The city says opting out could cost far more, with state fines starting at $183,000 a year. And customers won't be billed until service launches in 2026 once trucks, carts, and drivers are in place. 6:07, consumer alert this morning, as you may soon see an increase in the number of plastic bags you purchase at the grocery store. Starting January 1st, restaurants and retailers in Washington state will raise the price of plastic carryout bags from 8 cents to 12 cents. Paper bags will stay at 8 cents. The increase in bag fees is a part of a 2020 law designed to reduce the use of single-use plastic bags. Now, Washington law bans single-use plastic bags. Retailers and restaurants are required to supply customers with a thicker reusable plastic bag made of at least 40% recycled material. In July, new legislation was introduced that would increase the price of these bags. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, Thanksgiving all about the food, but for millions of Americans living with diabetes, the holiday spread can be a real challenge. Now the simple mindset shift and a small change doctors say can keep you healthy without missing out on the celebration. We have those details coming up. Plus, giving you what was going to be a live look outside, and then the camera went dark. There it is. Live look from our Dust With camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth is going to be back after the break, breaking down your forecast not only for today, but what also we can expect as we head into the week and the weekend with snow and rain.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford Crew, Black Friday.
Initiating great time to buy sequence.
Black Friday deals engaged.
Ford SUVs are go.
Bronco family built wild. It's go time.
Built Ford tough trucks are a go.
And go.
What's that one do?
Oh, you'll see.
This is how you do Black Friday.
Now through December 1st, get a low payment lease on Bronco, Bronco Sport, or Ranger, or get a $1,000 Amazon gift card with lease or purchase. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
So happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Now well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a 1215 members-only incentive.
In a town by the lake on a crisp winter night, holiday lights sparkle, a beautiful sight. A cruise to the North Pole, cocoa in hand, a feeling of joy throughout the land. Fireworks bursting, the grand Christmas tree, rooms with treats for both you and me. One December, I just might proclaim, let's move Christmas to Coeur d'Alene.
Kraken Stars. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Our mountain passes aren't nearly as snowy as they were late last night, but it still is a little snowy / slushy out there. So let's go ahead and take you on a tour. We start off at this is Stevens Pass on US Highway 2, compact snow and ice. Traction tires are required. Then we'll take you down to Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass. Just a few slushy spots. No chains required. Traction tires not even really necessarily advised for this morning, but traction tires are still being advised for US Highway 12 at White Pass, as there's some slushy spots there. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, compact snow and ice and traction tires are advised. That's all the way over in the blues. Now we'll take you down to lower elevations where the roads have been a little bit icy this morning in and around the Kittitas Valley. We've been watching this pink all morning, which indicates road conditions of black ice. And so you see on the periphery of the Kittitas Valley, that's where we're tracking that. But I wouldn't be too surprised if on the valley floor we were seeing some of those patches as well. Okay, for today, highs are going to end up in the 40s and 50s across the map. Actually, we'll have some 30s up in the mountains. Then overnight lows, pretty much all of it's going to drop down into the 30s. Our high temperatures going to stay in the 40s over the next 7 days in the Tri-Cities, although we'll be dropping down into the low 40s by Sunday and Monday. And then those overnight lows, 30s through Friday night, but mid-20s by the time we get to Saturday night. So definitely noticeably colder from Thanksgiving night to Saturday night. Speaking of Thanksgiving, wet weather going to continue right through Thanksgiving Day. I'll time that out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Hey Josh, thanks so much. 6:13, talking health news this morning, of course, as a lot of us are prepping for Thanksgiving tomorrow. And while it's a holiday filled with family and food, Thanksgiving meals can also be hard to gobble when you're one of the millions of Americans who has diabetes. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither talks to a doctor about how to make this holiday diabetes friendly.
It's that time of year again. The turkey, the sides, and for those with diabetes, the temptation to eat things you probably shouldn't.
It's really hard for the patient with diabetes to stay away from these good tasting items, even though they're loaded with carbs.
Dr. Willa Shoy with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says even before Thanksgiving, those with diabetes and their support systems need a mindset that they're going to get or keep their disease under control. She says that starts with a nutritionist.
I really advise the husband and wife to go, the kids to go. Whoever does the cooking in the house should definitely go.
Next, Shoy says to avoid the temptation of carbohydrates and sweets. She suggests not having them lying around the house. And that goes for homes you're visiting for Thanksgiving too.
The family has to be very supportive of helping the patient overcome the desires to eat all the carbohydrates around the holidays.
Choi suggests finding diabetes-friendly recipes online, especially ones that use sugar substitutes. And finally, she says, allow yourself to enjoy the holiday. Let yourself indulge, but just a little.
Don't totally deprive yourself so you become depressed and upset. I think it's okay to taste a few of these things.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And the CDC says that if you have diabetes, also make sure you eat close to your usual times in order to keep your blood sugar steady. Don't skip meals to save up for a big feast, as people tend then to overeat when they're really hungry, and avoid or limit alcohol and sugary mixers. Everything in moderation. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we're going to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside from our Dust Levels camera in Pasco. It is 6:15 on this Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. Josh is going to break down what you can expect as you make your way out the door, maybe to travel or head into the weekend.
Right now at Meredith Furniture, it's a buy one, get one free deal you don't want to miss. Buy one comfy recliner starting at just $599 and get the second one free. Yup, totally free. Tons of colors, loads of styles. Come in and find your favorite. But hurry, deals this good don't stick around forever. Kick back in not one, but two recliners. Because one just isn't enough.
Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Save now with Black Friday pricing at Bi-Mart. We're saving you more on everyday essentials, leaving you more for Christmas gift giving. Find Hamilton Beach Flex Brew 5-in-1 coffee maker for $79.99. Remington's 9mm 115 grain 50 count ammo is sale priced at $9.99. Mountain House freeze dried pouches are priced at $7.99. And Pine Creek fleece throws are 2 for $5. Save now with our best prices of the season during our open house at your employee-owned Bi-Mart.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance when you need a friendly, reliable electrician. Save now on any electrical repair. Call Vance to schedule your appointment or book online today.
Many of us may be at risk for type 2 diabetes, but making healthy eating choices can help prevent it. Discover how at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Diabetes Awareness Month, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
She saw a link.
Through, I think it was Apple Valley News.
And in less than a year, her family had their first home. Thanks to Hayden Homes, and thanks to Letitia Young for using a link at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Next Live. You calm down, you have the pre-Thanksgiving dinner. Country star Trisha Yearwood, plus the meat teacher with tasty turkey 3 ways.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will talk about the rain chances for Thanksgiving Day in just a second, but this is going to be the culprit for it. It is this low pressure system that's off in the Pacific right now. It's got a cold front attached to it, a warm front, and this is going to make our weather a lot more interesting as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So let's time out the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. By 8 this morning, I'm thinking those snow showers in the Blue Mountains should be kaput, but then we have, of course, that next storm system that's going to be approaching by 5 p.m. This is when you see that warm front approaching from the south and west, so that's going to pick up some shower chances into this evening. This evening is definitely not going to be a washout, but then for Thanksgiving Day, the rain chance is going to ebb and they're going to flow. So the first little round is going to be into the morning. By midday, we're trending a little bit drier, but here comes that next round, that next little blast of some rain and snow into the evening. Now, there's not going to be nearly as much snow this time for Cascade passes or Blue Mountain passes, as the snow levels are going to be higher, but that doesn't mean that pass impacts are going to be zero. And to that point, from 10 p.m. this evening to 10 p.m. on Thanksgiving evening, we could have 0.1 to 0.2 inches of ice freezing rain accumulations for Blewett Pass and Snoqualmie Pass. Sometimes ice can be more dangerous than snow. At least with snow, you can actually see it on the ground, but especially with black ice accumulations, that can be very dangerous. So just something to keep in mind for tomorrow if you plan on traveling for tomorrow. Thanksgiving Day for lower elevations for Yakima, for the Tri-Cities. We're going to have temperatures in the 30s and 40s. It's going to be gray. It's going to be damp. It is going to be chilly outside, so it'd be a good day to probably keep your festivities indoors. And of course, you can track all the precip chances yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. Precip chances going to continue through Saturday. Here's what that's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. Considerably drier for Black Friday and for Saturday. And the storm system is going to provide the bulk of the moisture to the mountains once again, but lower elevations getting some decent accumulations. But those would all be rain accumulations. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry today, but rain chances come back tonight and continue through Saturday. In Yakima, rain likely Thanksgiving Day, but trending drier Black Friday and Saturday. For Ellensburg, icy patches on the roads through 10 this morning. Maybe another rain snow mix this weekend. For Hermiston, rain likely for Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday. Maybe a leftover shower for Saturday. And then for Walla Walla, wet weather is probable for the holiday. And Friday, a leftover shower for Saturday, then dry by Sunday.
All right. Just get ready for the rain.
Yes, yes.
Well, take a look at this. Parks and wildlife officials in Colorado faced quite a challenge over the weekend. Oh no, this little buck got, not little, nothing little about this buck.
No.
It got tangled in a hammock, but don't worry. Workers were able to free the buck and send him on his way.
Parks officials are reminding homeowners more deer are roaming around this time of the year. They recommend people clean up yard items and put away any holiday decorations that could trap a deer. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Got him though. Got him free. He was good.
Good. And like you said, there's a little buck is like kind of an oxymoron.
Look at that little guy. No, not little. But I mean, that must happen more often than we think. And maybe they're just able to get themselves out of it. See, you walking around with that big
I think of Halloween decorations, like big cobwebs.
Yeah.
So you get tangled up in that.
Yeah. But he's all good.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A huge holiday week at the movies, from the return of Zootopia to a real-life Louvre heist. Plus, a Hallmark parody with the longest title you've ever heard. The new release is hitting screens this Thanksgiving. Coming up in your entertainment headlines right after this.
Injured in an accident and are thinking about settling the insurance claim yourself, how can you be sure you're getting all the benefits of the law? Do you really know about the laws that help accident victims? Do yourself a favor. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices for a free consultation.
I mean, I could not lose. I was running out of places to put it. Craps, blackjack, slots. It was unreal.
Speaking of unreal, why do you have 6 fingers?
Oh, that. Well, with payouts like this, Northern Quest decided to save money on actors' fees, so I'm actually AI generated.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
You wouldn't buy a car without a test drive.
So why buy a mattress in a box from an online marketing company without ever knowing if it's right for you?
Don't go through the hassle of returning a mattress when you can get it right the first time.
Mattress Depot USA has top quality mattresses that you can actually touch and feel.
Made by local manufacturers.
You're gonna love our prices.
And same-day delivery. Try getting that online.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Are you suffering with constant agonizing knee pain? Have you been told that you have arthritis or are bone on bone? Is knee pain making simple activities like walking stairs or kneeling impossible? If this sounds familiar, the next 60 seconds could change your life. Do not let knee pain control your life any longer. Our powerful program addresses the underlying causes of knee pain without masking symptoms. There is no use of drugs, injections, or surgery. Do not miss this opportunity. Call now to see if we can help. If you qualify for care, day 1 we will perform a trial treatment. Please listen carefully. You will know by the end of the first visit whether or not we can help you. Do not hesitate. Call now. You don't need to suffer any longer. Call right now to see if you qualify for our program that has transformed thousands of lives. Call before it's too late and take the first step towards the knee pain relief you deserve.
If you've been injured in an accident and are thinking about settling the insurance claim yourself, how can you be sure you're getting all the benefits of the law? Do you really know about the laws that help accident victims? Do yourself a favor. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices for a free consultation.
First Alert Weather Radar, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union.
6:25, welcome back. With Thanksgiving just hours away, Hollywood is rolling out a whole new lineup of new releases, everything from animated sequels to true crime specials.
Yep, whether you're heading to theater or you're streaming from the couch, there's something for everyone. So this morning, Rick Damigella breaks down what's new for the holiday weekend.
At the ZPD, partnership is the cornerstone of success.
Thanksgiving means theatrical flicks often open on Wednesday to take advantage of the long holiday weekend, with Zootopia 2 arguably being the biggest big screen debut this week.
I specifically remember looking at that emerald necklace that was Napoleon's second wife's.
If true crime is more your speed, Discovery is debuting Louvre Heist Minute by Minute. The special includes an interview with an American couple who were in the museum when the suspects broke in.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but when are you going to slow down? Find a man or a dog, those being the only options since this is a Hallmark movie.
Here's a sneak peek at Disney's, Hulu's, Family Guy's, Hallmark Channel's, Lifetime's familiar holiday movie. Yes, that really is the title, and no, I'm not saying it again, but it debuts on Hulu Friday.
I'm actually here to meet somebody, as in it was planned.
Oh, I see. Still, I think that might be me.
And for an actual Hallmark Christmas movie, Sunday sees the premiere of Christmas at the Catnip Cafe. Ready for leftover stuffing sandwiches in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
The Catnip Cafe.
You big on the Hallmark holiday movies?
I mean, there's always one or two that we'll dabble in or watch, or previous ones that we've seen that we like, but I don't mark my calendar for them.
You're not circling. Yeah, I think no, I'm not, but I think I get the gist every time I see one. Like, I think they're supposed to be together, and you know, they're probably gonna, yeah.
Right. It's cute.
Sure.
They're cute.
Sure.
Zootopia, also cute, though.
Yes.
I loved the first Zootopia. I'm super excited about the second one.
Much more of a fan of Zootopia, and we'll see what Shakira puts out this time.
Exactly. All right. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, a divided Kennewick Council rejecting a small tax increase. Now the city warns a multi-million-dollar shortfall may be on the horizon. Coming up, where the debate over Kennewick's failed 1% levy stands this morning. And low turnout, high impact. Coming up, county leaders explain why odd-year elections can shape budgets, laws, and local leadership. It's all coming up in your 6:30 half hour after the break.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
Thank you.
I got this.
I need to know how strong you love it. How strong you love it. 'Cause I've been waiting. Yeah.
Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
Hey, it's me. I'm still waiting for that once-in-a-lifetime deal. You know, the one that never actually happens?
Not this time. The final year-end countdown is on across every McCurley location with their biggest selection of the year and exciting year-end offers like financing as low as 0.9% on select new Subarus. When we compete, you win. Find your deal today during McCurley's final countdown and the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event at McCurley Subaru.
Oh, yeah.
Tired of the same old bull? Cash in on something utterly different. It's the Moolah La Cash Giveaway at Legends Casino Hotel. Every Thursday in November, you can tip the cash cow and milk your luck for up to $6,000. And on November 27th, the cash cow gets even bigger. 3 lucky winners will each have a shot at $30,000. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Hoof it on over to Legends Casino Hotel for the Moolah La Cash Giveaway, where the cash really moves you.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off, and we are headed into Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Eve. A lot of people hitting the roads today.
Yes, and thankfully our pass conditions are improving. Last night we did see Snoqualmie Pass. It closed down for a little bit, but the conditions are improving. Snow levels are coming up, so that is only going to make travel better. So let's take a look at all those big weather stories. Again, we touched on the mountain passes for this morning, but even for lower elevations, and when I say that, I mean the highest of the lower elevations, that would be in the Kittitas Valley. Some icy roadways there. I'm thinking that situation should improve greatly by 10 a.m. And then more wet weather is going to be possible into Thanksgiving Day for Black Friday and for Saturday, although Friday and Saturday are looking a good deal drier as opposed to Thanksgiving Day. First Alert Radar is showing you the last gasp of the last storm system that we dealt with. So just a rain snow mix for some of our Blue Mountain passes for this morning. The rest of us are dry, but we are tracking some thick areas of fog, especially in the Kittitas Valley, but there's some patchy areas of it in the lower Columbia Basin trying to get into the Blue Foothills. So if you run into one of those patches of fog, of course, take it slow and use the low beams. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s out there for this morning. Here's your umbrella cast for this Wednesday for the Tri-Cities. Looks like most of the day is going to be dry, but after 7 p.m., that's when rain chance is going to creep back up. So for today, another gray and gloomy day out there. Not nearly as wet as yesterday and last night, though, but again, I'll have an update on what some of those mountain passes are looking like for this morning, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. We begin this half hour of news with a split decision by Kennewick City Council that could have big implications for next year's budget. Kennewick City Council rejected a 1% property tax increase that would have cost homeowners about $25 a year. The split vote means the city loses out on $158,000 in revenue that officials say is already built into next year's budget. City Manager Aaron Erdman warns the decision could force cuts to services as the city faces rising costs for jail and court services.
Our costs are already outpacing what we're bringing in, so we're dipping into our reserve funds to do that. Without continuing to increase our revenue options, that reserve fund is going to continue to deplete, and now we're looking at cost cuts.
Several council members said that residents are already dealing with higher garbage fees, new road sales tax, and utility increases. The city now faces a projected $10 million shortfall next biennium. Kennewick will keep its current property tax rate of $1.30 per thousand of assessed value. Now to your voice, your vote. The 2025 election cycle is officially over, with results being certified across the state. Election results in Yakima County are set to have a big impact, with voters upholding a ban on marijuana growth outside of city limits, as well as appointing a Chief Deputy Coroner, Marshall Slight, as the new county coroner. Overall, Yakima County saw 28% of ballots returned.
You know, we've been upwards of 80,000 ballots returned. You know, we usually hover in the almost 80% return in those presidential cycles. And then the off years, they tend to be radically less than that, which is where we're at right on this cycle.
Benton County reported similar turnout to Yakima County with 32% of the ballots returned. 6:34 still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. 5 bowlers, rotating frames, and big team energy. This morning, we're taking you inside one of Washington's most unique high school sports. We're talking sports after the break.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Late night cravings? I'm your guy. But what about in the morning or at lunch? I've got you anytime with my brunchy meal, lunchy meal, and the new Gremlin's Midnight Meal for a late night bite. My munch better deals. Munch more food at a much better price. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Legacy lives in the people who've made this place home. For decades, Happel and Community First Bank have been part of that legacy. Different names, same mission, invested in every relationship. We're coming together to keep building what matters. Because legacy doesn't end. It lives on in every loan, every dream, every member helped.
Hi, welcome to Happel.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Like a queen plush Sealy mattress for just $3.99.
Or an adjustable bed for just $9.99.
Or a king-size memory foam mattress for just $7.99.
Visit our showrooms or shop online at MattressDepotUSA.com.
But hurry, our November sales event ends soon.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, we want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of our patients. It's been a pleasure to serve you and to improve your smiles. So, from all of us to you and yours, happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance to install your new Daikin heating and cooling system. Enjoy the benefits of an energy-efficient system that will reduce utility costs and provide quiet, reliable comfort for years to come. Get our best deal of the season with low monthly payments and special financing. Call today to schedule your free consultation with a van system designer.
McCurley Mazda thanks everyone who joined the Friends of Disabled Veterans for their letter writing campaign. Together, you and hundreds of students shared messages of hope and reminded our heroes they're not forgotten. McCurley Mazda, proud to stand with those who served. The Dennis Welch Never Forgotten campaign.
Tired of paying more and getting less? Me too. That's why I'm bringing back my bigger drink cups.
I had a Sprite.
My bad. Get even more value with my mozzarella sticks. Get so much more under $4. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Take off for an air adventure over Idaho's oldest ski area.
High quality snow, averaging over 400 inches a year.
Fly the Northwest over Lookout Pass.
We've got one of the longest natural half pipes called Rolling Thunder.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next Live. You calm down, you have the pre-Thanksgiving jitter. Country star Trisha Yearwood. Plus the meat teacher with tasty turkey 3 ways.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's have an update on our mountain passes as there's still snowy/slushy out there. We'll start off with US 2 at Stevens Pass. Compact snow and ice. Traction tires are required. That's the only spot where they're required in our viewing area for this morning. Then Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass. It's reopened. It is still a little bit slushy, but no chains are required. Traction tires aren't even advised, but they are advised at US 12 at White Pass, where things are a little bit slushy there as well. It'll take you all the way down to the Blues. Oregon 204 at Tollgate, compact snow and ice. Traction tires are advised here. Okay, Now let's talk about some lower elevations in the Kittitas Valley. We do have some icy roads. I think that situation should improve greatly by 10 a.m. And in fact, this situation has already improved just over the past couple hours. What we're looking for on this map is where is it pink? That is where our software is picking up on some icy patches, specifically black ice on the roadways. So it looks like that's happening for the periphery of the Kittitas Valley, but I wouldn't be surprised if some spots of the valley floor are also seeing some of this. Just another good reason to take it slow out there, in addition to the fog that we already have on the map. So for today, high is going to be in the 30s and 40s. It's going to be a chilly day. Overnight lows dropping down into the 30s across the map. And our high temperatures in the Tri-Cities going to stay in the 40s over the next 7 days. And our overnight lows are going to stay in the 30s at least through Friday night, right at 30 degrees for Black Friday night, and then dropping down into the mid-20s by Saturday night. So tracking that colder weather, but some more wet weather slated for Thanksgiving Day. I'll time that out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, time to talk some sports at 6:40 this morning. Winter sports, of course, starting up with one of the first being girls bowling.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable heard from coaches about the fun and the challenges the teams face.
Only 19 states in America recognize bowling as a varsity sport at the high school level. Washington only offers girls bowling. A sport that isn't as common as others, how does the scoring work? Well, for starters, each team's varsity squad has 5 bowlers.
We do 2 individual games of all 5 bowlers bowling their own game, plus 2 Baker games, which are called team games. So where each of the 5 players will have 2 frames that they bowl. So example, player 1 will bowl the first frame and the 6th frame. Player 2 will bowl the 2nd frame and the 7th frame, so on and so forth.
Coach Bear says this is a sport where you'll see players cheering for the opposing team, even high-fiving opponents after a good shot.
This is one of the best sports out there to actually watch competition and watch camaraderie, because we get along with each other. We don't fight each other like you would see in other sports.
But being a smaller sport comes with its challenges as well. Southridge hosted Richland for a match. Southridge's roster is about half the size of Richland's, with only 7 players.
I would love those parents out there at Southridge to get their kids interested in bowling, because I could use some more girls.
Roster size isn't the only issue. Location can also cause challenges as well. The Kennewick School District bowls at Spare Time Lanes, over 4 miles away from Southridge High School. Currently, the team does not get help with travel for home games.
Because we're the furthest away from the bowling center, the high school is, transportation is a little bit of an issue. We're trying to work around some of that. We get busing during practice days, but they're kind of on their own during match days, so we try to get them to share rides with the seniors and stuff. But
despite the challenges, both teams keep things rolling and support each other no matter what. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Girls bowling season started in November, wraps up in February. You gotta love an indoor sport this time of year, you know?
That's advantageous, and it warms my heart when, Jake was talking about the girls actually, they cheer each other on, even though they're on opposing teams, and that's just really sweet.
Yeah, good sports for sure. And, bowling is one of those sports that you can play for your whole life.
Yes.
You just take it with you forever.
Yes. I don't think that would be good for my heart. I think it would...
Well, no, we're horrible bowlers, we've found out. Self-admitted horrible bowlers.
But if you're good at it, it's as long as there's not like a rotator cuff issue, then yeah, you can go the distance with it.
Exactly. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up after the break, your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And giving you that live look outside from our Central Washington outdoor cam at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. It is 6:43 on Thanksgiving Eve. What's your forecast going to look like as we head into the holiday weekend? Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth is back with your full first alert forecast after this.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
So happy together.
and the first-timer. The neighborhood hero and the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Now well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
If your group or organization would like to receive job postings, contact our Human Resources Department, 509-735-8369 to request notices.
Apple Valley News Now open positions can be viewed on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Kraken Stars. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have more active weather to go for Wednesday through Saturday, and this is going to be the main culprit. This is a storm system that's sitting off in the Pacific right now. It's a low pressure system. There's an attached cold front and a warm front, and this will be the weather maker as we head into the next handful of days. So let's go ahead and show you the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. We put this into motion by 8 a.m. Those rain and snow showers for the Blue Mountains will dissipate, but closer to lunchtime, you're starting to see more impacts from the south and west from that approaching warm front, and that's what could provide some lift, could provide some showers as we head into this evening. It's definitely not going to be a washout for this evening. And then for Thanksgiving Day, the rain chance is going to ebb and they're going to flow. So there will be that first round during the morning, a little bit drier for midday, but starting to get wetter again closer to dinner time. And that will continue into the evening and into the wee hours of the morning for Black Friday. Now, we're not going to see nearly as much snow at pass level from this round, but that doesn't mean pass impacts are going to be zero. We could see 0.01 to 0.02 of ice accumulations for Blewett Pass and for Snoqualmie Pass. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's just enough to make the roadways dangerous. And so that's something we're going to be tracking from 10 p.m. this evening to 10 p.m. for Thanksgiving evening. Back down to lower elevations, your Thanksgiving Day forecast for Yakima, for the Tri-Cities. We're going to have temperatures in the 30s and 40s. It's going to be gray. It's going to be damp. It's going to be chilly. It's going to be a good day to be inside. And of course, every single day, not just Thanksgiving Day, but you can track hour-by-hour precip chances for your exact home address by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. These rain chances just going to continue through Saturday. Here's what it's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. Now, considerably drier for Black Friday and for Saturday. It'll be completely dry come time for Sunday. And those rainfall totals for this next round, the Cascade's going to have over an inch of water and around 3/4 of an inch for the Blues, even some tangible stuff for lower elevations. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry today, but rain chances come back tonight and continue through Saturday. In Yakima, rain likely Thanksgiving Day, but trending drier Black Friday and Saturday. Then for Ellensburg, icy patches on the roads through 10 this morning. Maybe another rain-snow mix for this weekend. In Hermiston, rain likely for Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday, maybe a leftover shower for Saturday. And finally, for Walla Walla, wet weather is probable for the holiday and Friday, a leftover shower for Saturday, then dry by Sunday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, countdown to Black Friday.
Here's some Black Friday sales you do not want to miss.
With just 2 days to go, deals are already dropping. With household goods like appliances, exercise equipment, and storage gear seeing big jumps year on year. Deals in that category that are live now include the Ring doorbell that was $99 at Lowe's and is now $49. A highly rated Roborock vacuum that was $649 and is now $349 on the Roborock site. And beyond household goods, many opting to fight inflation by buying everyday items on sale this week.
What you'll find is a lot of the kind of basic daily essentials that you buy and have in your home anyway are going to be on a lot of those same discounts.
And coming up at 7 a.m. and all this week on GMA, we've got the strategies you need to save big on Black Friday. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, New York.
Another morning walk.
With our mom's osteoporosis, I thought our days would be different.
No way! We still get to see each other all the time.
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and are at high risk for fracture, you can rapidly build new bone in just 12 months with Evenity, the only bone builder that also helps slow bone loss. And Evenity is proven to significantly reduce spine fracture risk.
I love the cool stuff we're doing.
Yeah, we're still out and about exploring.
Yay for building new bone.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a heart problem. Tell your doctor if you have had a heart attack or stroke. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it, as serious events have occurred with Evenity. Signs include rash, hives, swelling of the face or throat, which may cause difficulty in swallowing or breathing, muscle spasms or cramps, numbness, or tingling. Tell your doctor about severe jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity. Report hip, groin, or thigh pain. Unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred with Evenity. Ask your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
See you tomorrow.
Now, the morning sprint.
6:51, time for your morning sprint, and we start with national headlines this morning. French authorities have detained 4 more suspects in connection with the Louvre robbery that happened back in October. Officials say the newly detained are 2 men and 2 women. They and 4 other suspects who were taken into custody in late October will be questioned by investigators. Paris prosecutor has not given further details about potential charges. The thieves in October on the 19th with the Louvre heist raided the Apollo Gallery on the upper floor, which houses the French crown jewels. They made off with 9 items, including a diamond and sapphire jewelry set worn by royalty. Junior health headlines. The Trump administration announced newly negotiated prices for 15 medications. They are expected to save the program about $12 billion in 2027. Popular weight loss and diabetes treatment drugs Ozempic and Wegovy are on that list. Other drugs include treatments for various types of cancer, depression, neurological diseases. It's all unclear how much in savings individuals will see because the out-of-pocket expenses for Medicare beneficiaries will be capped to about $2,200 in 2027. 6:52, time now for the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. A Colota city councilman died just yesterday morning after troopers say his car failed to T-yield and was hit by an SUV on Highway 395 and Vineyard Drive. Troopers say 77-year-old Perry Robitel died at the scene while the SUV driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. This crash marks the 10th fatal crash in the same area in the last 5 years. Troopers once again urging drivers to slow down, watch for cross traffic, and use extra caution. And a rollover crash on State Route 240 slowed evening traffic on Monday after a car left the road, crashed through a fence, and landed upside down in the Disc golf course there near Columbia Park. This was just by the Edison Street off-ramp. Washington State Patrol saying the driver, a 48-year-old Kennewick woman, was under the influence and is now facing DUI charges. One person was taken from the vehicle to the hospital. Westbound lanes backed up for quite some time. I was in part of that backup that evening. Troopers and firefighters cleared the scene while they investigated. Now, Washington Attorney General Nick Brown suing HUD over rule changes he says would cut funding for permanent supportive housing, the kind that many Yakima residents with chronic homelessness, disabilities, or mental health needs rely on. Local groups, including Justice Housing Yakima and Yakima Neighborhood Health, warn the changes could reverse years of progress and increase unsheltered homelessness. Washington joins 19 states in the lawsuit, arguing the new rules are illegal and could severely impact rural counties. Staying in Yakima, Yakima County Sheriff's Team and Fire District 5 responded to a rescue of a 25-year-old man who had flipped over in his canoe in a pond off of Interstate 82. It happened late yesterday morning. The man had been fishing with friends. They didn't have cell phones. A driver spotted them clinging to the overturned canoe, called 911, and deputies trained in water rescue tied together some ropes, pulled him to safety, and medics were waiting for him. They say thanks to quick thinking and teamwork that made this rescue successful. And the Olympic pipeline has partially restarted after more than a week offline. BP, the operator of the pipeline, says test results allowed them to safely begin moving fuel east again of Everett. Pipeline supplies SeaTac Airport, and during the shutdown, airlines had to make extra stops to refuel or tanker fuel into the region. Oregon declaring a state of emergency since the pipeline supplies 90% of their state's fuel. Officials say the partial restart should help stabilize supply as testing continues. 6:55 trending this morning ahead of Thanksgiving Day. Some homeless dogs and cats are getting a special Turkey Day feast of their own. Take a look. These are the shelter animals at Paws at the Chicago Center. And look, is that I almost thought that was a goat.
He kind of had goat-looking ears.
He had goat-like features, didn't he?
He sure did. Well, the pooches and kitties were treated to a meal of pet-safe turkey, pumpkin puree, whipped cream, and mashed sweet potatoes. Paws dubbed the event a feast of second chances.
Aw, fitting title, as the animals at the center are recovering from illness, injury, or neglect. Well, hard to eat with that cone, huh, buddy? They are preparing for adoption. Everyone taking part.
Adorable, good for the soul, and I hope they're able to find a home for the holidays.
Yes, I agree, just in time. All right, get us out the door. A lot of people heading out the door for Thanksgiving travel today. If they didn't start yesterday, they're headed out today. What can they expect?
Yeah, they can expect passes to be improving, but still, we do have some slushy conditions out there. Stevens Pass, that would be US Highway 2, Interstate 90, US Highway 12, so Snoqualmie Pass, White Pass. We're also seeing some of those slushier conditions out there. Let's take a look at First Alert radar, and we're just seeing the last gasp of this last round. Now in the Blue Mountains, you see a little rain-snow mix up in the blues. The rest of us looking dry, but there will be another round that's going to impact us as we head into the PM hours of today. But it's looking like, at least for pass level and below, it's mostly just going to be rainfall. We are seeing some fog this morning, some thicker fog in the Kittitas Valley. It's trying to get into the Yakima Valley, some patches for the lower Columbia Basin. It looks like it's thickening up now for the Blue Foothills and Walla Walla. So take it slow in those areas. Use the low beams. Temperatures out there this morning in the 30s and 40s. So we're back at 32 degrees in the Kittitas Valley. We want to see it. We want to see those air temperatures above 32 degrees because that means that the roadways will be less icy in the valley. Your hourly forecast for this Wednesday for the Tri-Cities, a mostly dry day, but a mostly cloudy day, and it's going to be chilly with highs only up into the 40s. And looks like we have more wet weather slated for Thanksgiving Day, less so for Black Friday and Saturday, but it would be an awesome time to download that Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. You can track all the rain chances yourself.
That's right. All right. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on all of these stories and so much more on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.